Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a special edition on ILTV International, and we're covering in particular about the Cairo and how is holding for the first time ever and hosting the G20 meeting for the first time in September, from the 1st till the 3rd of September, and also how it tackles the meeting of the G20 as ahead for the summit, which will be held in South Africa and Johannesburg in the 22nd and 23rd of the next November. Well, the Ambassador Raghi El-Etrabi, the presidential personal representative to the G20 summit and Assistant Minister of Foreign Affairs, he addressed the meeting today of the G20 in Cairo, and he talked about the food security, and it should be on first the infrastructure and justice infrastructure, comprehensive infrastructure of the economic new system of the world. Well, to shed more light on this, we are delighted to be joined over the phone by Dr. Mohamed Ezaby, Professor of International Relations. Dr. Ezaby, it's a great pleasure having you with us.
Thank you very much.
Yes, when we just, in terms of holding the first ever meeting of the G20 summit in Cairo, for the first time to be held outside of the member states of the G20, how it really sends a strong message of the key role that Egypt is actually playing on the global theater?
Well, the Cairo meeting held from September 1st to 3rd, 2025 marks the first official G20 gathering hosted outside the groups of 21 members in charge, 19 countries plus the EU and AU. Since the G20 establishment in 1999 as a finance ministers forum in response to the Asian financial crisis, this event focused on food security under South African presidency, represents a milestone in the G20's evolution from a crisis response mechanism to a more inclusive platform engaging non-members as hosts. Historically, G20 ministers meetings have been confined to members or permanent guests like Spain, with expansion like the AU inclusion in 2023, signaling greater global South representation. Egypt's role as a host underscores the forum's shift towards amplifying voices from developing regions, particularly Africa, and ongoing challenges like the 208 financial crisis, response of post-COVID recovery efforts, where G20 decisions have shaped 85% of global GDP and 75% of trade. So Egypt is hosting and organizing the meeting in coordination with South Africa G20 presidency, serving as a guest country for the third consecutive year, first overall since 2017. As the first non-member host, Egypt managing logistics agenda, setting on food security and the facilitation on discussions among G20 members, guests, international organizations and financial institutions, this including leading negotiations on the ministerial statement on global food security. Coordination with South Africa involves aligning on priorities like sustainable agriculture, trade, infrastructure and financing, as agreed during bilateral talks between Egypt's Foreign Minister Badr Abdulati and South Africa counterpart Roland Lamola at the June 2025 G20 Sherpa meeting. Egypt's efforts reflects its role in advancing Africa and developing nation agendas, with South Africa providing overarching G20 framework support.
Yeah, this also will get us back as, of course, it was 3 consecutive times that Egypt had been participating in the G20 summit for 3 years consecutively, and 5 times afterwards by His Excellency President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi. And his words in one of those summits, as he said, that it's the time to end and to cease all the war and to start the development in Africa by African hands. How this, in terms of holding the meetings and the high-level meeting of the G20 summit here in Cairo, how this actually reflect the importance of the development in terms of the food security?
We can say that Egypt has participated in G20 process 5 times as a guest since 2017, including under Germany 2017, Japan 2019, Italy 2021, India 2023, and Brazil 2024, with 3 consecutive years from 2023 to 2025. Key involvements include ministerial meetings on foreign affairs, development and finance, service tracks, and side events like the G20 Africa Partnership Initiative. Egypt contributed to discussions on debt relief, launching the Sustainable Debt Alliance at COP27, Renewable Energy, Global Renewable Hydrogen Forum, and food energy security. This continuity signifies Egypt's deepening integration into global economic governance, reflects its strategic importance as Africa's gateway and a prize between the global south and north. Yeah. It enhances Africa's representation, advances shared priorities like achievement and climate license, and position Egypt as a constant advocate for equitable reform, fostering trust and influence in multilateral negotiation.
Yeah, Dr. Mohamed Ezaby, Professor of International Relations, many thanks for being with us. And by this, ladies and gentlemen, we come to the end of our special edition of the G20 being held in Cairo. Many thanks for watching. And from myself, Hanan El Khouli.